Okay, so now we're getting some spay-neuter surgery, so I'll show you how that looks like. So spay-neuter is going to be in this little gray basket when it needs to be drawn up. So you're just going to go to spay-neuter, and I'm just going to grab it. I always do the dogs first because they need to be tranked. So I drop the trank first. So cage 11 looks like this is a cat, and so these are both cats. What I'm going to do, oh God, rabies observation. Okay. So this cat technically should not be touched. So this should be IM since it's on rabies observation. Vivian also let me know that he's very angry. So he's not being touched. So I'll show you that. So I'm gonna look at the cage number 11, and that's kind of how I indicate if it's a cat or a dog. And I'm gonna go to the cat section, and similarly to shelter, we're gonna enter the cage number. So cage 11, any doctor that's gonna claim it or any other notes will be down here in the notes section. There's nothing there, so I'm just gonna skip that. There's no drug protocol. So the owner is gonna be the last name, which is all the way up here, Penida. Okay. Penida. Okay, and then the name of the animal is Mama G, I guess. Mom G. Cool. The breed is going to be right here, domestic short hair, so I'm just going to write DSH. The weight is going to be right here. I can also tell he's angry because it says greater than or equal to 7 pounds. Okay, so age, it's a 5-month-old cat. Unless otherwise specified, which usually is going to be over here. If it's like a care clinic cat or a field service cat, they're gonna write it on here. But if it doesn't say anything, it's just a spay neuter cat. So you're just gonna write SN, and then right here it is a cat spay. So you're just gonna write CS. And then most of the time spay neuter cats do get something. So what I like to do is double check here and here to see if anything's checked off. Nothing's checked off. Always go to the front of the page and something will be checked off here if they are getting something. So it looks like microchip, FERCP, and rabies are checked off. So I'm just gonna put a little X right next to each thing that they are gonna get. So a microchip, FERCP, and a rabies. And if it's Banfield, again, it'll say Banfield up here. And that's how you enter your spay neuter cats. Since this cat is high risk and on rabies observation, we do not want to touch this cat. What I'm gonna do, since we want to IM the cat, I'm gonna put F, because it's technically, I guess, considered feral, but not really. So F. It's gonna change the drugs to IM. Okay. And then that's how I'm gonna draw my drugs. And then I'll show you how to write it on here. Okay, so right now I entered all of my spay neuter sheets that I have. I only have the 2 cat spays. There's nothing else in my gray thing. And this is kind of how I like to do it. I grab it in chunks until more come in. That's just how I do it, but it's personal preference. So what I'm gonna do now is grab 2 Ziploc bags and 2 ID cards. Just gonna set that to the side. And then, so you're just gonna write the cage number, the procedure, which is gonna be a cat spay, the animal name, Mom G if it's a spay neuter, and then the weight right here. So that's just what I'm gonna do. So cage number 11, Mom G, and then the weight is 7 pounds, and the procedure is a cat spay. This cat is also getting microchip, FERCP, and rabies. So I'm just gonna highlight microchip, FERCP, and rabies. This is also our rabies observation cat. We are not gonna touch this cat. It is feral. So I'm just gonna grab a red pen and write I am and a go slow, just to let everybody know, do not touch this cat. So this is how your card's gonna look. Then I'm just gonna put this down. And since it's a spay neuter cat, I'm gonna draw up cat ace and butorphanol with some Metacam since it's a regular cat. Since it is an IM cat, I'm gonna grab a 3 ml syringe. One, it has a Lorlock and it's a bigger dose if it's IM. So what I'm gonna do, since it says that I'm gonna drop 0.7 of the cat ace and then 0.07 of the Torb. So that's just what I'm gonna do. So 0.07. .07. Gonna stick my 1 ml back. I'm just gonna set that aside just to remain organized. And then 0.07 of the Torb. While I'm doing this, I'm also like in my head double checking everything. I know my Torb bottle is gonna be big, so I'm making sure I'm holding a big bottle. I know my cat ace is yellow. Again, always double checking with your eyes, and then always double checking the dose. I'm always looking at the dose, triple checking. So then you got your cat ace and Torb dose for your cat, and then you're just gonna grab the sticker. So we have cat ace stickers. So grab the sticker and then put it over your syringe and you're good. And since this cat is not an early, it's gonna get Metacam. And it's 0.07.
You making tutorials, girl?
Grab your Metacam sticker, put it over your 1 ml, and these are all the drugs you need for a feral spay neuter cat. Now, since this cat is getting a microchip, any cat that's getting a microchip, you're also gonna grab that. The microchips are located at the top here. So, gonna grab that. What I like to do is cut this part, take this out, never lose these, because this is what indicates this is the right microchip. So as soon as you cut it, put this into the bag and you're good. And you're good to give it to your shooter however they want it organized. Let them. You can throw this away. And with your microchip number, you are going to take out a sticker and just put it like right under, like that. And then you can staple it to the back. And then as soon as that's done, you are going to scroll over and click on microchip and then scan that in. And so it should look like that. Okay. Now you can wait until you enter all your spay neuter surgeries, or you can do it one at a time. I like doing it one at a time. I find it faster, however you want to do it. And that's how you enter spay neuter surgeries. So this is kind of the workflow and how long it takes for me to do it. Personal preference, obviously, but we have some surgeries ready. We got 2. They're both cats. Again, if they were dogs, we would do the dogs first and work on the trach. So this is how long it should take to enter the surgeries and draw it up. So this is 14. It is Molina as the last name. Concha, first name of the animal. It is domestic short hair. And it weighs 7.15. It is 8 months old. Spay neuter, and then it is a cat spay. She is not receiving anything except a microchip. And I double checked microchip. and microchip. And if there was notes, they would put it here. It's head shy, so I'll just write those slow. And you can write go slow on the notes right here. Go slow. This is how I like to do it. So I enter everything first on the Excel sheet, and then I get my Ziploc bags ready and I enter them all. Good morning. This is how I like it organized. A lot of people are going to be talking to you. A lot of doctors are going to be pulling you away. But this is how I do it. So enter it first, write it on the Ziploc bag, and then draw it up. So it looks like this. And then I have my Torben Keddies. And then you can even, to make yourself more organized, is click this. And then I'll highlight what you need. So I need 0.21 and then 0.07 of the Keddies and Torben. Sticker. And then 0.07 of the Medicam. Alright. I did it. So right there, I just entered the sticker. Staple it to the back. And then just double check if you're entering the scanning the microchip to the right page number. And that's that. On to the next one to drop the drugs. So 0.31. And while I'm doing this, again, I'm double checking that I have the right drugs and filling it to the correct dose. Okay, cool. We have our Keddies. We could just use the Keddies sticker. Last but not least, Medicam. Because ideally, we want to be done before 10. So we kind of have to go fast, but at the same time, double check everything. So it's just about efficiency. We're good. Now we're gonna wait till the next batch. Okay, so there's two more things that I wanted to share. So Farrell paperwork will look like this. So I have like Carrier 6 and I have this Farrell. And then increased risk of surgical exams. So the Farrell paperwork looks a bit different. And so what you do, the only difference would be that they're IM and then you just write F right here. And the second thing is I just ran out of Cat Ace. So for all these other cats, I used this bottle, 2687. So I'm just gonna log that. So it just helps to keep track of what bottles you are using. So 2687, just gonna put all the way that down to this, to Carrier 6. And then for the next bottle that I am gonna use, I'm just gonna open this up and then grab it. And then just so I don't forget, I'm gonna write 2689 as the other one that I'm gonna use. So then when you go ahead and log it, you're like, oh, okay. I'm using the next bottle.